My fiancée and her parents abandoned me in a foreign hospital. I had a 104-degree fever and no wallet. And why? Just so her golden child brother could steal my luxury vacation suite. It sounds like a twisted movie plot, but this nightmare was my reality. Let me back up a bit. Sarah and I had been together for 3 years. I worked in tech and did pretty well. Sarah, on the other hand, was constantly between jobs. Her family basically treated me like a walking ATM. But I loved her, so I ignored the giant red flags. To celebrate our engagement, I went all out. I paid for a massive trip to an all-inclusive resort in Mexico. I even flew her parents and her deadbeat brother out as a surprise. I thought I was being the ultimate nice guy. I was dead wrong. On the 3rd day of the trip, I collapsed. I'd caught a severe bacterial infection and had to be rushed to a local clinic. For 2 whole days, I drifted in and out of consciousness. When my fever finally broke and I woke up, the room was empty. Sarah wasn't there. Her parents weren't there. Even worse, my wallet and phone were completely gone. The nurse handed me a scribbled note from Sarah. It actually said she didn't want my sickness to ruin the family vacation. She claimed she took my belongings to keep them safe. I was furious, and honestly, I was terrified. I borrowed a phone from the front desk and called a cab, promising to pay the driver at the hotel. I finally dragged myself into the resort lobby, sweating and shaking. The receptionist just gave me a look of pure pity. She told me I had been checked out. What happened next shocked me. Sarah hadn't just left me at the clinic. She had packed up all my clothes and dumped them at a cheap $30 a night motel down the highway. Then, she officially transferred my name off our $2,000 a night Ocean View suite. She literally gave my room to her brother, just so he could propose to his girlfriend in luxury. So there I was, stranded and recovering from a dangerous infection while my fiancé was sipping margaritas on my dime. I managed to talk the hotel manager into letting me use his back office computer. I needed to check my accounts, but that wasn't even the worst part. When I logged into my bank, my stomach completely dropped. My savings account was drained. Over $15,000 was just gone. I looked at the pending transactions and I couldn't believe my eyes. Sarah had used my stolen debit card to buy a massive diamond ring at the resort's luxury boutique. She literally bought her brother's engagement ring with my emergency savings. Her excuse? She claimed I had agreed to sponsor the proposal. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just got ruthlessly practical. I immediately called my bank's fraud department. I reported my cards as stolen and flagged the $15,000 charge as unauthorized. Because the card was physically taken while I was in the hospital, the bank froze everything right then and there. Then things got even stranger. I explained the entire situation to the hotel manager. He was absolutely disgusted. He didn't just call the local police to report the theft. He immediately evicted her entire family from the resort. The police showed up right in the middle of her brother's romantic beachside proposal. They confiscated the stolen ring as evidence right out of his hand. Then, they escorted the entire family off the property in their swimsuits. I sat in the lobby with a glass of ice water, just watching them get thrown out. Sarah screamed at me. She called me a monster for ruining her family's special moment. I just smiled, turned around, and went right back up to my newly reclaimed suite. I flew home the next day in first class, and I canceled all their return flights. Last I heard, they had to take a 40-hour bus ride to get back to the States. I'm single now, my money was fully refunded, and honestly, I've never slept better.